Confident and ready for action, the Bulls as they headed to the locker room earlier on. The hometown crowd certain to give them a warm welcome. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thank you very much. Now, the NBA has accepted that this is an era of player movement. Commissioner Adam Silver says the data shows that superstars moving isn't necessarily a bad thing because it allows situations to change. Teams that may not be in a competitive position hope that they can sign one of those players. And as we know, Kevin, hope springs eternal.
It always does. It keeps the fans involved and looking for more. David, thanks. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. On the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. Maxey out there with Harden, and it's Harris in at the small forward. And for Chicago, Levine and DeRozan, the lethal wing pair. Williams and Vucevic hold down the post for him. And it's Dosunmu in at the one spot.
And some added toughness on the roster, something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and DeAnthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
Harden outside, pass to Harris. Lets it go with the three. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Inconsistent from range when he first entered the league. Tobias has turned that completely around.
Levine, a screen on Harden. Here's Dosunmu. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Maxey. Harden the pass to Embiid. Nice move. And the layup is up and in.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
Now here's DeRozan. Passes it to Vucevic. DeRozan against Harris. DeRozan's shot is off. Quick start here for the 76ers in this one. The pass to Harden. Pass to Tucker. Down low. Here's Embiid. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Wow, the vision of P.J. Tucker made that play possible.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's DeRozan. And another miss by Chicago. For Philadelphia, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game.
And Smitty, in that 21-22 season, DeMar DeRozan proved to be one of the top closers in our game.
You're totally right, G.A. He led the NBA in fourth quarter points and finished second in clutch scoring. He embraced the challenge and thrived playing the role of the hero.
Here's Dosunmu. He kicks to Levine. Here's DeRozan, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Harris. You know, Greg, some guys are late bloomers, but DeRozan, he was just the opposite.
Yeah, reports are he had handles at age 3. First dunk came in the 6th grade. 5-star high school prospect, and in a strange way, he's still an underrated superstar.
A free throw dropped for DeRozan. And Greg, we're still very early in the season. What are these teams right now doing to maintain success through the year?
Well, this is the time for coaches to experiment with lineup combinations. And for the players, it's important they learn each other's tendencies and try and work on building chemistry.
No good on the second free throw.
I mean, a terrific free throw shooter, DeRozan, really pushes the action, looking to score and or get fouled.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. Fourth, the Bulls.
The way they shot the ball from the three-point line last year was sensational. It's a huge staple of their offense.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And here's Levine. 23 points his last outing. Takes it inside. A crossover and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Kevin, what's so impressive to me about Levine? It's the all-around play. He affects the game across the board.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls, and Levine's efficient as well.
And good shooting numbers, no doubt. Last year, he cut back on the turnovers. And, boy, he's still young. There's still tons of upside to be had.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Andre Drummond's checked in for Vucevic. Bradley comes in for Patrick Williams. Javonte Green, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Dragic in for Dosunmu. Steve, it's been tremendous to see Zach LaVine reach his all-star potential in recent years.
Kevin, you can tell he's loving it too, right? But yeah, this was a long time coming. He's at the top of his game, earning his spot among the best players in this league, Kevin.
Now here's Dragic. Going inside, and Thibault sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Kobe White, he's checked in for Chicago. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Kobe White doesn't need much time or space to get off that catch and shoot.
Pass to Harrell. Thibault with the ball. Here's Niang. 8 points his last outing. Here's Harrell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Andre Drummond picks one up.
You guys play with Harrell's level of energy, and that gets him to the line with some frequency.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of this game.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. So he comes up empty at the line.
How about the job Billy Donovan has done? Under 500 in his first season, but took the Bulls to the playoffs in his second year at the helm.
Now here's Drummond. Kicks it to Green. Outside Dragic. Shot clock at 6. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist by Dragic.
Timing perfect on the pick and roll. Drummond showing good feel for this play.
White against Melton. For the 3. And that one released in time, but no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bulls lead by 1. And we'll be back right after this.
7.
Game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Bulls. So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, on the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. Harden out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Harris in at the 3.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Tucker can't get it to go.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
And Smitty, we've seen Nikola Vucevic add a three-point shot to his arsenal.
This is a shot he didn't have early on in his career. But GA, as the game has continued to evolve, so has Vucevic. Recognizing bigs like him have to be able to stretch the floor.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you.
There's that beautiful high-arcing shot. Levine looks for it the moment he touches the ball.
Maxey passes to Tucker. Here's Embiid. Shoots over Vucevic. Embiid's shot is good. Embiid's got 4 points in the quarter.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Levine gets the bucket.
The added strength coming into play. Zach LaVine just shrugging off the contact inside.
Passes to Tucker. To the inside.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Embiid. And Vucevic pulls it down. The Bulls leading. And Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers have made it very clear that they are all in on a title run.
And their front office has been very focused on trying to get top-tier talent on this roster. After the trust the process era, they're now aggressively pursuing titles here in Philly.
Now, here's Maxey. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And there's the pass to Harris. Embiid with the screen on DeRozan. Here's Harris. Pass to Embiid. 5 on the clock. Here's Harden. Embiid trying to break loose. Another shot. Count it. Good. Embiid's got 10 points.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Levine kicks to DeRozan. Vucevic a screen on Harris. DeRozan. Rebounded by Tucker. 76ers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Maxey. Out to Harris. Beyond the arc. That shot missing, so the Bulls will take it the other way. 34 seconds left to play here in the half. Vucevic setting the pick for Levine. Pass to Vucevic. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Vucevic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Harden scanning the floor. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first half. To the paint. Here's Embiid. Comes up empty down low.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
15. The 76ers, 13.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Billy Donovan. Coach, it's been back and forth in the first half. What's it going to come down to?
Well, obviously it's close. We know we're playing against a great team, so we just got to keep grinding and keep playing.
See how it turns out, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome, folks. The Philadelphia 76ers going head-to-head in what's been a neck-and-neck battle through 2 quarters.
They've been pounding the ball inside, getting easy buckets in the paint. This strategy is Diesel approved.
Shocking that one of the best interior scorers ever likes bully ball.
Because I'm the biggest, baddest bully ever, Ernie.
And let's switch gears for a second, checking out social media. Well, let's see here. Reese Monkey 5000 asks, Shaq, you've been hit with a chair by Ernie, pushed into a Christmas tree by Kenny. Do you feel bullied when you're on the set? And do you need a hug?
I never really wanted to talk about this. I'm glad that you asked me. It's just really hard sometimes, Reese Monkey. Thank you. Why?
Mine was an accident, first of all. And Ernie did hit him with a bottle. And Ernie, how could you do that?
Well, I hit him with the chair, and that just stunned him, so I had to hit him on the with the bottle right on top of the noggin. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And defensively, Chicago's so solid. Steve, they don't gamble a lot. They just get the job done.
Kevin, they do. Well, how they get it done, they rely on their intelligence. Good communication at that end. Could they be more disruptive? Maybe, but they play to their identity.
DeRozan and Williams are the forwards. Zach LaVine is out there with Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
And guys, we've become accustomed to this. Embiid's a dynamic scorer who's comfortable shouldering the offensive load.
Now here's DeRozan. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you look at a player putting up big numbers on a losing team. How do you determine if those are quality numbers, so to speak?
You know, Kevin, it's a great question because somebody's going to put up points or collect rebounds or get assists. So
Take a break.
You look at efficiency, you look at effort, and there's no doubt that you can have winning players on losing teams.
First free throw is good.
And what makes Chicago tricky to defend, Kevin, they just have such a balanced attack. They can score in the paint from mid-range or hurt you from deep.
Both free throws good from DeRozan. You know, as the Bulls have become a more veteran team, Greg, it feels like they've settled into what they do well.
And you need a strong identity to be successful in this league. Chicago is building towards that, but it does take time.
Now here's Dosunmu. Defense right on him. Harris against DeRozan. Shoots the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. DeRozan's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Drummond's checked in for Vucevic. Green comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Dragic in for Dosunmu. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Harrell, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. George Niang comes in for P.J. Tucker. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Harris. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Maxey. 90 seconds now into the second half. The offensive rebound. And Harrell shoots it in.
This is Montrezl Harrell. Strong offensive rebounder with the skill to make good on the second chance.
Dragic taking his time here. Pass to Caruso. Shoots from the right block. Drummond passes to Caruso.
2 minutes.
Outside Dragic. Drummond sets the screen for Dragic. From downtown. Rebound by Harrell.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Harden kicks to Melton. Now Harrell. Back to Melton. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Melton's got his first 2 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Caruso sets the screen for Dragic. Caruso against Melton. Caruso, no good. The 76ers trail by 4. 1:04 left here in the third quarter. There's Harrell. Green with the block. Outside Dragic. Bobbed up there for Drummond. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
So gifted. Drummond soars through the air, then explodes on the finish.
Harden the pass to Thybulle. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Back to Harden. From past the arc. Poke loose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. A new lineup here for the Bulls.
Substitution on the court.
Chicago leading by 6. Now here's Dosunmu. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Inside. DeRozan dishes to Vucevic. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Vucevic has got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. Back to the action in just a minute. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
I like the way the Donovan's conveying that scouting report to his guys.
I mean, knowing how your opponent plays is important, and I think he's on point on this one.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Harris and Embiid are manning the post position. Shake Milton is out there with Maxey, and it's Korkmaz in at the 3 spot. Now here's Dosunmu, following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Bean passes to White. They get it back. Goes back up. Goes up again. Rejected by Harris.
Great position on that play from Tobias, challenging the shot and getting a piece of it.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Williams, he's checked in for Dosunmu. Matisse Thybulle checked in for the 76ers. James Harden comes in for Shake Milton. Outside DeRozan. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Thybulle. The pass to Harris. Harden kicks to Maxey. No good with the triple. Chicago leading by 8. Here's DeRozan. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Here's Embiid. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Here's Vucevic. Off target from outside. The 76ers trail by 6. Harden outside. Pass to Embiid. Shoots over Vucevic. Embiid, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Rosen dishes to Williams.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
That misses off the backboard. And it's Maxey with the ball for Philadelphia. 1:44 left to play here in the 4th. Over to the left wing. Fades away. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Embiid.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. He's always ready to go on the attack.
Chicago calls timeout. They're ahead by 4. 1:35 left in the 4th quarter.
Fans, if you want the t-shirt, we have to be able to hear you. So make some noise.
Drummond's checked in for Chicago. Dosunmu comes in for Kobe White. And Philadelphia also making a switch. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Harris. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thank you, David. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Levine passes to DeRozan. Back to Levine. Drummond sets the screen for Levine. Cranes the three-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 7.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're down by 7. We've got 1:18 left in the 4th quarter of this one.
Give it up one more time for your Chicago Bulls.
.15 left in the fourth quarter. To the wing on the left. Fades back. Misses off the left eye.
No one on him. He committed to fading away. Probably could have taken more time with that shot.
Levine, a screen on Maxey. Mar DeRozan on the wing. He's covered by Maxey. Dosunmu, shot's good.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Chicago.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zach LaVine.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
And here's Harden after the three-pointer from Zach LaVine. Pass to Embiid. A shot missing. Good D by Drummond. And here is Dosunmu. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Zach. Some big baskets for you down the stretch. What's it like when you have the ball in your hands in those moments?
Oh, it was great. I'm not scared to take or miss any shot, and I'll go down there swinging every time.
Well, you connected at the right time tonight, man. Congrats. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, we present the New Balance Player of the Game, Zach LaVine.